your dream, if it's becoming a diamond, if it's having more, it's achieving more, it's possible you can live your dream. It's necessary that you have a plan of action, that you're resilient, that you stick to, that you have the vision and never give it up, that you become creative and relentless and keep on coming back again and again and again, and that it's you that you're going to take personal responsibility to make it happen. And when life knocks you down, jump back up and say, it's not over until I win.
I don't care what the courts have ruled. That court so crooked. That court so crooked, the crooked man himself gets sick staring at it because he himself wonders how it could be much worse. How a system that is aligned with the best interests of children, how can they just come in, lie, deceive? The judges lie. Everybody lies. The whole goddamn thing, every one of them lie. The state of Maine is one of the dirtiest places that there are. That as far as the child trafficking, corruption, children dying, this system is disgusting in the state of Maine. I didn't realize how bad it was when I first had my first taste of this. But let me tell you something. When our caseworker first came on to our case, and we were at the judge's hearing, my wife and I, not knowing what was going on and what, we would just do anything that we could to make sure that Nina stayed in our home. Because we were still just in awe of this whole goddamn situation, wondering what the hell has happened. This was our first judicial review hearing, or Jeopardy hearing, and we had agreed to whatever because we didn't, okay, cool, let's just get them the hell out of our lives, you know? And we didn't realize how these things they put into play so that they kind of lock you into this, all right? Now, these are the things that you got to pay attention to. You know, first thing, they get you to sign the safety contract, okay? Boom. Once you sign that safety order, you have now signed your death warrant with the CPS machine, okay? Now you have given them access to do whatever the frig they want. You didn't know that. Certainly you didn't, because they didn't tell you. They just said, sign this, we're going to be here for a few days, we're going to check this out, blah, 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 blah. Well, those few days pass. You know, you somehow have broken that safety plan. What do you think, reasons? They got you by the balls, people. So what happens then in Maine anyway? Now you go to a protection hearing, or you go to what they call a Jeopardy hearing, which is where you go there and you admit your guilt, you admit how you put your child in jeopardy and in danger. Again, you do whatever you have to do, say whatever you have to say, and let them, whatever, just to ensure that your child stays home. Again, big error. Do not let them put anything in writing of saying that you were admitting to anything. I don't give a shit if you're the Pope. You do not tell them anything. You shut your mouth. Don't talk. Don't accept what they're giving you. Don't do any of these things, people. Hindsight's 2020. I can't turn the bus backwards. My fight's moving forward, and I'm still trying to win this fight. But it's definitely hard at the stage I'm at. They have done what they call terminating my parental rights. I had a 2-day trial. A 2-day trial that explained nothing at all whatsoever where there was abuse or neglect involved in our child's life. They said that we were late to some visits, which were lies. They said that we missed a bunch of visits. No, that was definitely a lie. That was the highlight of my week. My week was around Mondays. The court, they took my visitations away from Nina with lack of due process. It says right in the policies. You can't do that. You can't do what they did. Now, I wrote a letter to the Senate, to the legislature, to Todd Landry, to Governor Mills. Todd Landry himself finally has gotten back to me, and his response was, I understand that you got your results from our court. No, you don't agree with them. You know when to deal with them. And their department is no longer interested in working with me on reunification services. That's the director of OCFS, Todd Landry. The first time in all the letters that I sent him that he himself has actually responded to. All right, here's the thing that I want to bring up to everybody. I sent a letter, as I had said earlier, to Director Landry. And as I had been for my entire case, and never once had I gotten a response from Director Landry himself. I had gotten it from his advisors. I had gotten a response from his, the people that were in the managerial positions for the areas I was in, and so on. Never once did he give me even the time of day. Today, however, was different. I want to read to you what I wrote. Okay, this letter. Just bear with me here, guys. I want to read to you the letter that I sent. To all of us. It blows my mind how little regard these people give to the families that they tear apart, and it's really time that accountability becomes a word in the mouth of every person that's fighting Child Protective Services. Do we realize here in Maine how many children have died while under the watch of Child Protective Services? Do we realize here in Maine how many children have been taken from their families that don't deserve it here in Maine? Here's something for you guys to do your homework with. 52% of the kids that are taken in this fine state come from what they call a substance abuse family. A substance abuse family, okay? That's the one where they just gave a bunch of money to all these people to hurry up and pass the TPR right down the line so they can get the federal mandated money and give the caseworker a little bit of extra money and all of that. But 52%. So if we do that math, oh man, it just makes me so angry. Hold on, let me catch my breath here. So 52% of the kids taken in this state are from substance abuse families. Now, what is a substance abuse family? Because I'm going to tell you what, if you look up in the Maine statutes and policies, there's not a goddamn thing that says substance abuse family. Now, what it does say is that if your child is born of some sort of a fetal ... then yes, DHS will be at your door knocking, and they're going to want answers. And you know what? I don't blame someone. I'm not saying it should be DHS, but definitely someone should be knocking at the door to figuring out what's going on there, because, well, that's not for me to discuss or debate. Anyway, so we have that happening, right? Other than that, and the other thing that it states in policy or statutes is, if your child is, and you're running a meth lab, and your child has access to the meth lab. Other than that, there's nothing. There is zip zero zilch that the state of Maine, the 130th legislature group, Janet Mills, any of these people have acted upon or put into play about the guidelines for substance abuse families. Nada. But we're letting them just steamroll right through, guys. Take our kids. Don't you dare question. Piss in a cup. Get your vaccination. Conform, please. What's it remind you of? Ticket, please. You have your papers, huh? Come to papers. Oh, you are Jewish? Okay. Yes, please. Step in line. Get on train. Right? This is just absolutely absurd. And we all just sit, shut our mouths, watch those trains go by, because you know what? It's not us on that train, so we don't care. Well, people, this will hit you faster than you can shake a stick if you're not careful. And you could end up being one of those people on that train. Oh, man, I pray to God you or any of your people, friends, families, or whatever that are listening never end up on that list. It sucks. It's with the holidays coming around, is very tough. It's very tough. This is the second Christmas without Nina. Second Christmas without my baby girl. Yeah. Let me take a break.